Most of us think inflammation and aging go hand in hand. Your joints stiffen, your energy dips, your memory fades, and your body starts breaking down, and we just call it getting older. But what if that's not actually true for everyone? In remote corners of the world, there are people who age without chronic pain, without fatigue, and without the markers of systemic inflammation we assume are inevitable. No arthritis, no cardiovascular disease, no brain fog. The question is, why them and not us? And the answer might lie in something most of us have never heard of, a tiny protein inside our cells that scientists believe could act like a switch. A switch that controls how inflamed and how fast we age. This is the story of inflammaging and how we might be able to stop it. Across the industrialized world, scientists have tracked a disturbing pattern. As we age, levels of chronic, low-grade inflammation rise, even when we're not sick or injured. This kind of hidden fire quietly damages our cells, accelerates aging, and increases our risk for nearly every major disease: Alzheimer's, heart disease, cancer, and more. They call it inflammaging, and for a long time it was considered a normal part of aging. But then researchers began studying indigenous populations, people living in non-industrialized societies with little exposure to modern diets, pollution, and chronic stress. And what they found flipped the inflammaging theory upside down. Among the Semaine people of the Bolivian Amazon, for example, scientists discovered that even elderly individuals showed almost no signs of age-related inflammation. Their immune systems remained balanced and effective. Their bodies didn't break down the same way ours do. So what's going on? One obvious difference is lifestyle. These populations move constantly. They walk 15,000 to 17,000 steps a day. They eat whole foods, rich in fiber, fermented, unprocessed. They aren't surrounded by ultra-processed snacks or environmental toxins. Their lives are deeply connected to nature, community, and rhythm. In the Western world, on the other hand, our gut microbiomes are less diverse. Our diets are high in sugar, seed oils, and artificial chemicals. We sit all day. We're stressed, underslept, and overworked. All of these factors feed inflammation. So yes, lifestyle is a massive piece of the puzzle. But then something strange happens. Some people in the West do everything right. They eat clean, exercise, meditate, sleep well, and they still suffer from inflammation. They still age faster. They still feel like they're fighting an internal fire that won't go out. That's when scientists started to look deeper, not at the environment, but inside our cells themselves. In 2024, researchers at Mass General Brigham, affiliated with Harvard Medical School, made a discovery that could change how we think about aging forever. They found a protein called WSTF, short for Williams syndrome transcription factor. It's a molecular regulator that helps control which genes are turned on or off. In simple terms, it's part of your body's genetic control board. WSTF helps manage inflammation by making sure your cells only activate inflammatory genes when they are truly needed, like during an infection or injury. But here's the catch. In aging tissues, WSTFs disappear. And when WSTF levels drop, inflammation doesn't shut off the way it should. Instead, immune cells get stuck in a state of constant alert, producing inflammatory signals even when there is no real threat. The fire stays on, slowly burning through healthy tissue. In mouse models, scientists observed that tissues with low WSTF levels became inflamed and damaged, similar to what we see in osteoarthritis, heart disease, and neurodegeneration. But when they restored WSTF, the results were astonishing. Inflammation markers dropped, tissues began to heal. Aging processes slowed. It was like flipping a biological reset switch. This is revolutionary because it suggests that age-related inflammation is not just about wear and tear or poor habits. It could be the result of losing control over a crucial genetic regulator, a switch that's supposed to keep your immune system from turning against your own body. Think about what this means. Some people, like the indigenous groups we mentioned, may retain more natural WSTF activity because their lifestyles support healthier gene regulation. Meanwhile, others of us may experience its loss earlier due to stress, toxins, or simply genetic predisposition. And in both cases, science may be getting closer to a way to turn it back on. This opens the door to entirely new kinds of therapies: gene editing, protein restoration, or epigenetic reprogramming. not just treating inflammation, but turning off the signal that causes it at the source. For decades, we believed that inflammation was just the cost of getting older. But what if it isn't? What if inflammation is not your destiny, but a signal that something inside your body has gone out of balance? And what if we're finally learning how to fix it? Some answers might come from ancient lifestyles. Others may come from the frontiers of medicine. But the takeaway is clear. The secret to aging well might not be a secret at all. It might just be a matter of knowing when and how to turn off the fire. If this feels personal to you, share your story in the comments and don't forget to subscribe.